hearing the instrumental, finding the samples, sourcing the samples, downloading the samples, cutting up the samples, morphing the samples, adding some samples. Here you go. That's bit. You get what I'm saying. I already said it 1,000 times. What's going on? Winslow once again to teach you another thing, or to show you, or to, you know, kill some time while you're waiting for something else to be done, like laundry or the microwave, or you know how this goes. In this video, we're gonna continue the recreating like 90s hip hop beats. I'm gonna show you practically how I do it, or show the practical way that I do it. Word order matters. If you're just now seeing this on YouTube, just want to let you know you could have saw this a long time ago if you were a subscriber on Patreon, but it's okay if you're not. That version has been up for a bit, and it's also unedited. If you wanted to hear me ramble or like incoherently like do this while I'm picking sounds and stuff, it's all there. Or you just, you know, want a more in-depth look at how this idea came together. And if you like the nice, concise, relative to me YouTube edits, then here you are, just for you. Always find stuff like this on Patreon, link down in the description. But let's do the thing. The tune I am trying to, or the instrumental I'm kind of recreating, it's Trouble Man by Juggaknots. Came out in '96. Has a really cool sample. First step for this one was, you know, doing the whole Who sample thing like I told you in the other video. And the first sample that appears is this. So if you might have noticed, or maybe you didn't, there are two different rhythmic meters going on, okay? So obviously the Trouble Man, the hip hop one, is 4/4. And my favorite thing, John Coltrane, is like in a 6/8 swing. You're going from there to like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So if we listen to the beginning again, you'll kind of see, like listen for it. Like there's like a little space, so it lands at the right, like at the right beat. So instead of da 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 da, it's da 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 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So it's like we're doing some shifts around, playing with the sample. They already did it, so I'm just copying it to get this feel that's over here. Okay, just to like even further demonstrate, if I like take those chops out. So to fast forward a bit, I added some drums. I kind of came up with this rhythm. Also did a bit of timing that I'll show you in a second. So here's what I got right now. Couple things you're probably noticing. That's such a sick groove. Winslow, how'd you come up with it? I'll tell you in a second. I'm trying to, again, keep the feel of the original, but in this case, I'm going a bit left and matching the feel of the sample. So the kick and the snare are really playing with the rhythm of the sample, and I tightened it up just so like hits can hit where they're supposed to, because you know, you have rhythmic elements and you have elements with strong transients, i.e. this piano playing. If you have also another strong transient snare or a kick and they don't line up, you get the flam effect and it just sounds messy. And that sounds okay, but it kind of, to me, makes the groove plain. Playing in a way that's like, okay, this is just straightforward, you know, two-step feel, like your bog standard kind of boom, pa, boom, pa, boom, pa. Like, and that's okay, but there's a little too much going on in the sample rhythmically that I don't want to ignore. Like if I can enhance that feel and really make it tie together, then I want to. And right now there's a really good ebb and flow to it. So I came up with the other rhythm that is still a bit busy, but now it's kind of like lazy and like kind of not hemorrhaging, but like the time is like swelling and rolling forward. Sort of irregular. The second snare shifted over just a bit, but it's the difference of now you have this more up down feel, boom pop, boom boom pop, boom pop, boom. When I have it shifted over a bit and it's not where you expect it to be, but it still lands in a part of the bar that feels good. So there's little things going on, which if you watch any of these videos, you know kind of what I'm doing is I'm just like reinforcing the rhythm as I add more things. Once I decide what the rhythm is, I decided I didn't want it to be straight. It's this swingy, kind of wavy, a bit loose, but always landing back at one to really keep the time. And then the rest is just adding like shakers and stuff to even accentuate that even more. So if we do that, we have so my main idea for this, at least starting out, is just gonna try to get the feel down and like if I can keep like things rolling and very just kind of moving and fluid, you know, like I'm not gonna build to a big drop. I just kind of wanted to push and roll along, and you know, a couple more sample chops I need to make, I think, and then a couple to add that weren't in the original instrumental. You know, still trying to keep the feel and the kind of attitude and the character, but not fully remake it, not fully remix it. Let's hunt for the other bits, because there's like the dun. There you go. Something like that. Now I'm just gonna make sure it's pitched the same way. This is -8. And then I want to hear it with the drums. Yeah, it could work. Just to get a vibe. This will take forever to get to match. Similar. I feel like the pitch down doesn't really work. If you go 8 down, should I go 8 up? Let's try it. That's a work in progress. Let me get a little arrangement going. Yeah, that's kind of the first major, like 32. I think after that we need a variation, right? Like we have these little dun-nas going on, and I think picking something else out of the track. Oh yeah. That's what these are. I wasn't paying attention. I already cut up another part, and they sound like. Yeah. Just kind of elongates it a bit. And that could be enough for just like the next 32, you know what I mean? All right, and then I think the bass line should change a bit. Maybe like a little pitch variation, swelling to the next note, maybe. Something like that, right? And then kind of do it on all of them. Yeah, but I don't want it to pitch up to the actual note, just right before it. Because it pitches up to the note it's actually going to. I want that kind of attack of the next note. Yeah, that works. For now. Let's see if it matters. And I can add like another like layer or something, kind of like opens up or something. Something like that. Little something. Yeah, spacey. And then your usual, just full stop. No, full stop, no shaker. Let's get another sample, the Addict's Psalm. It's where it says trouble.
Lord, for I am in trouble.
Trouble. So remember, the whole intention of these isn't really to try and create a whole new track, at least not at first. It's more just to recontextualize an old instrumental that I think would fit well within the context of drum and bass. It's not a plain recreation to where I'm not altering anything, but I'm just kind of, recreating and then sticking the tempo up higher, plus drum and bass breaks. I'm going a bit further, but I'm also not trying to like remix the tune. I'm dipping into like original territory a bit. If I like replayed this sample or like had someone play it, and it wasn't from Coltrane, I could make this an original. Just, clear the publishing rights, and this could be my own tune. Get a vocalist over it. But that's not the point, at least not right now. Maybe later on, that'd be cool. I could always reach out to somebody. Yeah, it's mostly for fun, as an exercise between making my own original music, and I have something to put in DJ sets. It's functional. It's a DJ tool. Sounds cool. Let's. I was going to try and rhyme on that again, but I couldn't. So I have the sample. I need more water. Find out where it says trouble.
Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. In trouble.
Trouble.
In trouble. 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 Trouble.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's something to figure out later. And like, I'm gonna just call this like Winslow trouble. You know what I mean? Elongate the sample. So like I wanted to, show in this video basically how I kind of start finding the sample or coming up with hearing the instrumental, finding the samples, sourcing the samples, downloading the samples, cutting up the samples, morphing the samples, adding some samples. Here you go. That's a bit. You get what I'm saying. I already said it 1,000 times. Let's play through it one last time, and then I'll see you. Yeah, let's play through it one last time. Still got some samples to find, like the cello, dun 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 dun. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, yeah.